Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Susa's mama, a licensed associate counselor in the state of New Jersey. On this channel, I film about faith, family, and mental health. So today, permit me to introduce to you what I'm going to talk about by reading this long poem by Charles C. Finn. But I want to talk about something that has changed my life and that is changing my mindset and that I often use in my sessions. And when I introduce them to clients in my sessions, I see how they come alive and how it helps them. But before I introduce that particular topic, let me read this poem again by Charles C. Finn. Please hear what I am not saying. Don't be fooled by me. Don't be fooled by the face I wear. For I wear a mask, 1,000 masks. Masks that I am afraid to take off, and none of them is me. Pretending is an art that's second nature with me, but don't be fooled. For God's sake, don't be fooled. I give you the impression that I'm secure, that all is sunny and unruffled with me, within as well as without. That confidence is my name and coolness my game. That the water is calm and I am in command, and that I need no one. But don't believe me. My surface may seem smooth, but my surface is my mask, ever varying and ever concealing. Beneath lies no complacence. Beneath lies confusion and fear and aloneness. But I hide this. I don't want anybody to know it. I panic at the thought of my weakness and fear being exposed. That's why I frantically create a mask to hide behind. A nonchalant, sophisticated facade to help me pretend, to shield me from the glance that knows. But such a glance is precisely my salvation, my only hope, and I know it. That is, if it's followed by acceptance, if it's followed by love. It's the only thing that can liberate me from myself, from my own self-built prison walls, from the barriers I so painstakingly erect. It's the only thing that will assure me of what I can't assure myself, that I'm really worth something. But I don't tell you this. I don't dare. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid your glance will not be followed by acceptance, will not be followed by love. I'm afraid you will think less of me, that you will laugh, and your laugh would kill me. I'm afraid that deep down I'm nothing, that I'm just no good, and that you will see this and reject me. So I play my game, my desperate pretending game, with a facade of assurance without and a trembling child within. So begins the glittering but empty parade of masks, and my life becomes a front. I ideally chatter to you in these suave tones of surface talk. I tell you everything that's really nothing, and nothing of what's everything, of what's crying within me. So when I'm going through my routine, do not be fooled by what I'm saying. Please listen carefully and try to hear what I'm not saying. What I like to be able to say, what for survival I need to say, but what I can't say. I don't like to hide. I don't like to play superficial, phony games. I want to stop playing them. I want to be genuine and spontaneous and me. But you've got to help me. You've got to hold out your hand, even when that's the last thing I seem to want. Only you can wipe away from my eyes the blank stare of the breathing dead. Only you can call me into aliveness. Each time you're kind and gentle and encouraging, each time you try to understand because you really care, my heart begins to grow wings. Very small wings, very feeble wings, but wings. With your power to touch me into feeling, you can breathe life into me. I want you to know that. I want you to know how important you are to me. How you can be a creator, an honest to God creator of the person that is me, if you choose to. You alone can break down the wall behind which I tremble. You alone can remove my mask. You alone can release me from my shadow world of panic and uncertainty, from my lonely prison, if you choose to. Please choose to. Do not pass by me. It will not be easy for you. A long conviction of worthlessness builds strong walls. The nearer you approach to me, the blinder I may strike back. It's irrational, but despite what the books say about man, often I am irrational. I fight against the very thing that I cry out for. But I am told that love is stronger than strong walls. And in this lies my hope. Please try to beat down those walls with firm hands, but with gentle hands. For a child is very sensitive. Who am I? You may wonder. I am someone you know very well. For I am every man you meet, and I am every woman you meet. And dare I add, I am the child within. Your inner child is that part of your subconscious that you have built a wall around and are afraid to go to because of emotional issues you might encounter. Basically, the concept of the inner child helps you understand that as an adult, though an adult or a grown-up, that there's still that child that dwells on the inside of you, that little child that is kind of your safe place, that keeps you from venturing into doing things, and that keeps you protected. You know, when you are faced with life's challenges or relationships, you tend to just retreat to that corner and hide, and you don't want to kind of address whatever is going on, or you don't want to face whatever the situation may be. So then another concept is that your inner child really is your first self. You know, the inner child prevents you from really completely healing to really living life and being your best self. So your inner child is your first self, your false self, that safe place, again, like I said, that you retreat to. If you can start to tend to that inner child, just like the poem explains, you can better come out and shine and operate from a place of healing, whatever the trauma may be. Okay, so the last point I have is talk about how do you heal from the inner child. The way to heal your inner child, or to heal from that, is to become the parent to that child. Yeah, the way you heal from your inner child is to become a parent to that child. The goal is to try and integrate that little child and this grown person, where they can both work together, because the child really is you, you know. So you want to try and introduce the child to this parent you, this adult you, so you can both work together and come to a healthy place and be able to function in life. So another way to look at it is about parenting your inner child is kind of learning to operate from a place of a wise mind versus emotional mind. That's just basically what it is. The inner child operates more from an emotional mindset. So learn to integrate those two, you're able to better operate from a wise mind. I think that's all that I have for the inner child. So to learn more about the concept of the inner child, let me recommend a book by Charles L. Whitfield. It's called Healing the Child Within. That's where I just read the poem that I read from, Healing the Child Within. This is a very great book. There are so many other books out there, so the whole idea is to learn about the concept of the inner child. Once you understand the concept of the inner child, you can understand why you respond to situations the way you do, or why you deal with situations the way you deal with them. This will really break down a lot of things for you and starts to help you heal and address emotional or traumatic situations that you may have experienced as a child. So yeah, this you can get from Amazon. I got this from Amazon, and I use it a lot in my session. It helps. I try to just explain the concept to my client, like I said, and once they're able to get it and understand it, it works for them. It did work for me. I did not even know it was like an inner child thing. I just knew that, okay, I need to deal with some childhood issues, and I was working from there. I didn't even know that. So yeah, I hope this blesses somebody. Thank you for watching. Please do it to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you very much, and have a blessed one. Bye.